Chapter 13. How the Camel Got His Hump. Learning Objectives. 1. Understanding the importance of hard work. 2. Avoiding work will end up pilling a lot more. Warm up. Look at the pictures below and write numbers next to the boxes for the animals that live in the desert. A glimpse. Camel is perhaps the only animal that has a hump. Its hump stores extra fat which is used by it when it does not get food for many days. Do you know how the camel got its hump? Read the story and find out. In the beginning, when the world was new, animals had just begun to work for man. There lived a camel in a desert. He was very lazy and did not want to work. All day he ate sticks, thorns, milkweed and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said, "Humph," just humph and nothing more. One Monday morning, the horse came to him with a saddle on his back and a bit in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel. The horse went away and told the man. Next, the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel. The dog went away and told the man. Then the ox came to him with the yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel. The ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, "Three, oh three, I'm very sorry for you, but that humph thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it." That made the three very angry. They held a powwow on the edge of the desert. The camel came chewing on milkweed and laughed at them. Then he said, "Humph," and went away again. Suddenly, rolling in a cloud of dust, there came the djinn. He was the in charge of all deserts. He stopped to talk with the three. "Djinn of all deserts," said the horse, "is it right for anyone to be idle?" "Certainly not," said the djinn. "Well said," the horse. "There's a thing in the middle of the desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot." "Phew," said the djinn, whistling. "What does he say about it?" "He says humph," said the dog. "Does he say anything else?" "Only humph," said the ox. "Very good," said the djinn. "I'll humph him if you will kindly wait a minute." The djinn rolled himself up in his dust cloth and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. "My long and bubbling friend," said the djinn, "what's this I hear of you doing no work?" "Humph," said the camel. The djinn sat down with his hand on his chin. He began to think of a great magic while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. "You've given the three extra work ever since Monday morning, all on of your idleness," said the djinn. He went on thinking of magic with his hand on his chin. "Humph," said the camel. "I shouldn't say that again if I were you," said the djinn. "I want you to work." And the camel said, "Humph," again. No sooner had he said it than he saw his back, that he was so proud of puffing up into a great big lolloping humph. "Do you see that?" asked the djinn. "That's your very own humph that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Today is Thursday and you have done no work since Monday. Now you're going to work." "How can I ask the camel with the humph on my back?" "That's made for a purpose," said the djinn. All because you missed those 3 days. You will be able to work now for 3 days without eating because you can live on your hump. Now, don't you ever say I never did anything for you. Come out of the desert and go to the tree and behave hump yourself. And the camel humped himself and went away to join the tree. And from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump. We call it hump now, not to hurt his feelings. Find meaning. Milkweed, a plant that produces a white juice like milk. Prickles, small sharp parts on the stems or leaves of plants. Humph, an exclamation used to show disapproval. Saddle, a leather seat tied on a horse for a horse rider. Bit, here a metal bar that is put into a horse's mouth so that the rider can control it. Trot, run with short steps. Yoke, a long piece of wood that is fastened across the neck of an animal so that it can pull heavy loads. Exercises. Creative expression. Tell your story. Imagine that your mother asks you to help her with her household chores. What would you do? How do you help your mother? Share an incident where you were extremely tired. However, you helped your mother to help with household chores. Cross-curricular connect. Learning by doing. Think about people around you, at home, school, and other places, who encourage you to keep working hard. Write the name of these people who are hardworking and also inspire you to work hard. Exercise time. Answer the following questions. 1. What task do you think were assigned to the dog and the ox? Answer. The dog was assigned the work of fetching sticks and carrying them, and the ox was assigned the work of plowing. 2. Why did the camel live in the middle of the desert? Answer. The camel lived in the middle of the desert because he didn't want to do work. 3. What made the dog, the horse, and the ox very angry? Answer. The dog, the horse, and the ox were angry because their master had told them to work double the time to make up for the camel's idleness. 4. How did the djinn know the horse was complaining against this camel? Answer. The djinn knew the horse was complaining against the camel because he was in charge of all the desert. Find their meanings. 1. Puffing. To come out in the shape of clouds. 2. Plow. A large farm tool used pulled by a tractor or an animal. 3. Reflection. Image that you can see in the mirror or water. 4. Idleness. To spend time doing nothing. 5. Prickle. Small sharp parts on the leaves or stems of a plant. 6. Milkweed. Any of various plants that secretes latex. 7. Bubbling. Emitting or formation of bubbles. 8. Humph. An exclamation used to show disapproval. Fill in the blanks. 1. The camel humphed himself and went away to join the tree. 2. The camel was looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. 3. In this story, camel is very lazy and did not want to work. 4. When other animals were working and asked the camel to help, he just replied, humph. Match the following. Column A. 1. This is the boy. 2. This is the path. 3. This is the story. 4. This is the woman. Column B. A. Which led me to the railway station. B. Who left her child here. C. Whom I met yesterday. D. That my grandma told me. Answer. This is the boy whom I met yesterday. This is the path which led me to the railway station. This is the story that my grandma told me. This is the woman who left her child here. Take the right options. 1. The story is about the time when animals had just started working for A. Humans, B. Animals, C. God. Answer A. Humans. 2. How the Camel Got His Hump is an imaginary story by A. Rudyard Kipling, B. Ken Nesbitt, C. William Blake. Answer A. Rudyard Kipling. 3. The dash is perhaps the only animal that has a hump. A. Camel, B. Giraffe, C. Horse. Answer A. Camel. Conceptual understanding. Tell your story. What according to you is the story about? Consider the following. Write about it. A. How the world began. B. Why everyone should do his or her share of work seriously. C. How animals are important to you. D. How the camel got his hump. Communication. Writing skills. Explain why the author chose hump as the word repeated by the camel. Write a short paragraph using details from the story to support your explanation in your notebook. Reading skills. Read the following situations. For each, write one example of lazy behavior and one of good behavior. Listening and speaking skills. Organize a debate in the class. Make 2 groups. One group will prepare points for the topic. He who struggles is better than he who never attempts. The other group will go against the topic. He who struggles is better than he who never attempts. Let's learn grammar. Tense. Past perfect tense is used to show that something happened before another action in the past. It can also be used to show that something happened before a specific time in the past. We know the forms of the verbs. They are present, leave, leaves. Past, left. Past participle, left. Present participle, leaving. Vocabulary time. Circle the odd pair. 1. Out shout. 2. Gown town. 3. Growl hole. 4. South boil. 5. Now how. 6. Brown crown. 7. Clown toy. 8. Found sound. 9. Mount count. 10. South mouth. 11. Cloud proud. 12. Sound boon. Life skills. Coping with emotions. Imagine the situation and discuss your answers to the questions that follow with the partner. You have guests for dinner, so your father has bought pastries for everyone. Your cousin sees them in the fridge and eats all of them. You are asked to go to the market and get the pastries again for the guest. 1. What would you do for the guest? 2. Would you obey your father's instruction? 3. If you were in your cousin's place, what would you have done?